domesticated cats that were made, check me now if I'm wrong, in Egypt.
Oh shit.
They were made. It's a crossbreed. It's not a natural, because the regular wild cat would eat your ass. You ain't gonna have a tiger unless you just brought it up since a little baby in your house. And even then, he may get hungry one day around the holiday and eat your ass for Christmas. Anyway, these are the domesticated cats. All the varieties that were created. I kept asking the question, what happened in Kemet, in Egypt, all of a sudden, where the society fell? They had more cats than anybody else. If being from somewhere else, right, were trying to control this realm, they dropped something in the cat, some kind of way. We don't know how it was done. Then that is a tool that could be used on the cat to have the cat create or drop these toxins. The cat itself, I didn't say the cat was a problem. The cat is being a cat. It's a domesticated cat. I'm saying the cat poop. It's in the cat poop. Please look it up. Why can't pregnant women have cats around? They always tell you pregnant women can't have cats, and it tells you because of toxoplasma. Look on the back of the kitty litter. I was actually going to bring one. Maybe I'll have one on Saturday. The back of the kitty litter bag, it tells you about toxoplasma and toxoplasmosis.
Right.
It's only in domesticated cats. I'm just telling you, go back 6,000 years. When did these animals pop up? I'm not talking about the witches. You see, all of us should be witches, but you need to know which. It's a question. Witchcraft. What's your thing? Water, air, food.
Right.
But a lot of these things that we have today are symbols. I got my candles, and I got a black candle and black fingernails, and I've got this hat, and I got this stuff, and I'm a witch. We want to claim a lot of stuff today. It's people that I know that do real stuff. They don't claim to be nothing.
Right.
I asked, this sister was a witch one time, and I said, well, what can you do? She told me all this magic she can do, and she was going to put a spell on me. This was real. I said, well, do it. I said, put the spell on me. Well, you and a cat, at about 2 weeks, you're going to be just going crazy for me. 2 weeks came, I said, I don't like you.
Man,
she said, well, buddy, I've been doing the magic. I said, well, it don't work on me. Because a lot of people have the symbols and they act like there's something, but they don't really have it all the way yet. Now, it is true, you got to fake it till you make it. But we've gotten to the point where people just claim stuff and they haven't been through the actual ceremonies and the rituals. When I found out what it was going to take to be a shaman, I didn't want to be one. I'm not a shaman to this day. When they told me what I was going to have to be to become a shaman,
what you had to do?
I had to dig a hole.
Yeah.
6 feet deep.
Yeah.
I'll get nervous even telling you this.
What, bury yourself?
You had to go and dig your own grave, 6 feet deep. In the forest. And you had to take off all your clothes. Go down in there. No water, no food. Lay naked in this hole. They put a little sheet or a skin or something over it. And the village leaves. And you stay in there all night. And all you hear is you're in this hole, in the darkness.
Dr. B, you grounded, Dr. B. That's the ultimate form of grounding.
It sure was. I wasn't ready to be grounded 6 feet under at night by myself in the darkness, in the forest, where there was bones, where there's animals that eat. This is when they hunt.
Shit.
You got animals out there, cats. But this is what you do to be the shaman. You must do this, and you will go. And if you don't make it, Dr. V, if you lose your mind, if you come running out naked, we know it's not time for you to be the shaman. A lot of people lose their mind, and we just take care of them for the rest of their life. Only 1 in 25 people are able to do this. What? Then I was with this other group of people. I probably shouldn't tell this, but I'm going to tell it anyway. They had another group of people. They said they bury you in the middle of the village up to your neck in the dirt. Your head is exposed. And the people come out, and they spit on you. They pee on you. They defecate near your head, and you got to do this. I think I don't want to state it wrong. I think it was a week. They come give you a little water, defecation, urination, spitting, throwing trash. What? If you make it through this, you are a shaman. If you don't make it through this and you lose your mind, we will take care of you for the rest of your life because you will be crazy. If you want to come out the dirt and you go crazy, we will take you out the dirt, but you will never be a shaman. You will be shamed. What?
Yeah,
why?
That's some freaky
because shit. To do certain things like that, you gotta go you have to go through a symbolic death.
Right.
You got to be ready to go right to the edge. Because if you're a shaman, he has to deal with the darkest part of you, or she. Mm-hmm. They have to go in and die with you to bring you back to life. This is the real people. This ain't some internet folks. People tell my old boy, Dr. B, we doing a ceremony this weekend with some medicine plants. I said, where y'all doing it? Oh, we doing it over at the church over off Martin Luther King Boulevard. I said, well, listen, there's people down in South America, in Central America, and in Africa and different places where they doing this for real on a whole nother level, where it's a whole preparation thing for you to do this. You got to prepare for this sometimes for months, sometimes weeks and years. Now it's a trendy thing. Oh, I took some stuff and oh my God, I saw lights. It's cool. I'm not saying don't do it. I am telling you that today it's easy to front and it's easy to act like you're something. Because we got this idea of, I want to change myself. I want to be high. I want to be a higher vibration. I ask a lot of people who take some of these medicinal plants, what happened and how have they changed? Half of them don't change. A lot of folks, nothing has changed, but they talk about how they did it, and they all bold, and now they got churches. They got, medicine churches, and I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying that they
got mushroom churches. They got mushroom churches and shit.
Mushroom churches is one thing, because at least mushroom trip, no matter what, you're doing it alone. Even if you with a group, I'm telling you, it's your own trip. But some of these, like some people talk about the ayahuasca church they wanted me to go to. Mm-hmm. And I just asked the sister, I said, well, how long you been going? She said, I've been going for 3 years. I said, well, how's your life changed? I said, well, bring some of the people from the church to me. And I went around and said, how has your life changed? One person's life changed drastically out of that whole group. One person. The rest of them were doing something because you're not doing it on the soil that those people who really do that, who live to do it, it's something about being on the soil. It's about picking the stuff fresh. It's about the process. It's about you going through something that may kill you. The real stuff, it may take your ass up out of here. I'm not telling you don't do it. People say, well, Dr. B, you be talking so negative about stuff. I'm actually talking positively. I'm saying that some things we don't need to just front. We need to really do something and have it really make a difference. And that takes time. It's a lot of things I've been attempting to do all my life. I haven't been able to do yet. I'm not there yet. People say, well, you're Dr. B. I'm telling you, I am not there yet. I haven't reached the pinnacle, the zenith yet. I'm not at the highest place yet. It's a lot of things I don't know yet. I am still learning. I'm still getting over some things that happened 20, 30 years ago, just like the rest of y'all. What I'm saying is that we have to get to the point where we become real and transparent and don't just call ourselves something. You got to become it. You have to become it. Somebody asked me the other day, Dr. B, how long have you been a healer? I'm not a healer. I've never called myself a healer. Do I make medicinal products? Yes, I do. Basically, I made them to help myself because, many, many years ago, I was ill. So I had to create something for myself. And there was nobody to really study with because the deep people weren't actually giving out the information. So I had to do it myself. But I did study with a lot of different people from around the world to get little pieces of things. But today it's so easy to call ourselves something and to have the symbols of it. You got the hat, you got the ring, you got the crystal. What I'm trying to tell you, and I'm going to say it like this. Yoga doesn't work. Veganism doesn't work. Spirituality doesn't work. Religion doesn't work. Fasting doesn't work. None of this stuff works. You know why? The only thing that works is when you meet it and you become it. You got to meet it halfway. It doesn't do the work. You have to meet it and become it. This is what Bruce Lee is talking about. This is what a lot of the true masters are talking about. It doesn't do the work. Just because you vegan does not make you better than somebody else that's eating hog head cheese. You remember hog head cheese? Or South meat? It doesn't make you any better. It's your ego that you think that you're better. What I'm saying is you have to become something. You have to go through the transmutation process. You may have to go close to your death. You may have to have near-death experiences. You may have to go through some traumatic situation. And then when you really become something, you might not be talking about it so much, trying to claim so much. What I'm saying is that we all have special abilities and special geniuses, but once it becomes very commercial, and once you're always proclaiming and professing, I'm this, I'm a that, I'm a this, then sometimes I'm going to question whether you're really that, and I'm going to put you to the test. It's okay to claim whatever you want. Be whatever you want. Right now, you can be whatever you want. I'm saying let's be very careful. And let's start being ourselves. Let's get our ID together. Let's get our ideas together and our ideals, and not just look for fame, not look for just fame and fortune just by being an image and talking that talk and having a website and you got a IG claiming that you're this and you're that. I have dealt with so many people who claim to be. Let me tell you, I do kinesiology. I do that. I will claim it. We muscle test people, and we can get a yes or a no based on any question through your subconscious and the way the energy around your body is moving. So I've had a lot of preachers, real serious preachers from many different faiths, and I asked many of them, "Do you believe in God?" And almost every time, the muscle goes weak, which means the subconscious says no. I've had witches and sorcerers who've come to me. And I say, do you really know? Are you really that person? The muscle goes weak. Because we've learned to claim a lot of stuff and to talk loud and to tell everybody what we're doing. Instead of being. I'm attempting to be. I'm Doctah B Sirius. I'm being. I'm not trying to be anything. I'm not telling y'all to follow me and believe me. But some people say, well, Doctah B's crazy. I am. Doctah B, he's just awesome. What? Okay. I'm not trying to prove anything to me. I'm on Black Magic because this brother asked me to be on. If Richard Merritt didn't, that day when we talked on that phone for 2 hours, I was watching Star Trek. That was it. Star Trek Discovery, one of my favorite shows ever. And the man that fell to earth over and over and over and over. I was cool. I said, no, brother, I'm not trying to do this right now. You know, you was like, no, man, brother, please, just come on, man. People been talking about you. I said, man, I don't want to. So, okay, I did it. But what came with that, I wasn't totally prepared for. And I'm still not totally prepared for, because I've never really wanted to be out front that much. I was always attempting to be in the back. And that's a whole nother talk we can have, and another reason. And there's a reason why I was that way. But since this has happened, and since meeting Billy Carson and dealing with, all the people I met in that particular realm, you see, Robert Edward Grant, after meeting him and interviewing him, and all the people that I've met over the last year and a half, something has happened. There's a transmutation happening. So I am now not who I thought I was. I'm changing. We're all changing. Be ready for change. Be ready to shift and let some stuff go. But the ego will have you holding on to a lot of things. I am saying that there's gifts that we all have that will be under the tree once we're clear about what we really desire. Once we're clear about what we're saying, how we're speaking, how we're moving. You can't tell me that I'm a spiritual person, and then you start talking about disagreeably about a whole bunch of other people. You are spiritual, but what you're spiraling up is some dust. Why is it so much division in what we're calling the spiritual community? Because community means divided. A commune that's divided. A lot of us are divided and we're competing. I'm not competing with anybody. I don't compete. People say, well, Dr. B, whose herbs are better? My herbs, well, go buy theirs. Theirs is probably better than mine. What do you mean? I thought because I'm not doing a commercial. I'm not trying to make you buy anything. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm allowing you to come on a journey that I have been on and learn from what I am learning. I didn't say I've learned it all. I'm learning. And we all are. And I want to thank all of you who have changed your lives. I want to thank everybody on this channel for becoming more of themselves. Because we're getting to a place now where it's not going to be about these leaders and following people like a Dr. B and all that. It's not going to be about that in the next phase. It's going to be about you receiving, right, the download to be your high self and become the one, become the door, become the window. Following people for a certain point is cool, but you can't just be following Moses for 40 years. You got to branch off and become Moses, become Jesus, become Buddha, become Mother Nature. We're becoming together. And we don't have this thing perfect here because we got a lot of oppressive stuff that we've got to burn up. We got a whole lot of dross that we've got to burn off in the process of calcination, which is the first step of alchemy. Some of us never even get out of that place. That's a deep thing to burn off everything that's not you. Because when you do it, you end up without an ID. You will not be saying, I am. I am is a very root chakra, proclaiming to be something, needing to hold on. We need that at a certain level. Some of us need that because you've been so, suppressed. A lot of folks are going through that, chronic servitude syndrome, right? Chronic servitude syndrome has got you've been thinking you were serving all the time. Not realizing that you built the building of the floors that you're cleaning. Not realizing that you built the nation that you live in. But you feel like a servant because somebody told you that you got to give it all and always give. It's really interesting. I was listening to this doctor, and he was a palliative care doctor. Those are people who take care of you at the last, during your last breaths of life when you're about to cross over. And he talks about how he started reading the statements that they make when a person dies. And what was interesting was they talked about Harry died. He crossed over. He never took any vacation. He died. He had 2 years of vacation. He helped everybody. He was always at church 3-4 times a week. He gave the most money. He never took care of himself. He never was selfish. He gave everything away. He died at 65 years old from a heart attack. What killed him? Why is heart attack the number one thing in North America that takes people out? Because a lot of people are not doing what's truly in their heart. They're faking it. A lot of people aren't really doing this. They're following. They feel like if they give it all away, they really did something. Give it all away. You have to have some for yourself. You have to hold on. Give away 10%, only 10. But don't give it all away. Don't tell everybody what you're doing. Have some private time. Go on vacation and really vacate. Don't take your phone out on the beach. What are you doing? You're in the rainforest with your phone and your perfume and your shoes and your hat and all your clothes and all your stuff. Americans. It's deep, man. It's really deep. Snatching up all the sage. We are going to get sage. And I say, when we go to get sage, we're going to have to give something to Mother Earth as an offering before you take sage. And you just don't take it all. Man, I'm up front. There's 25 people behind me, so I can't watch them all. We get down the bottom of the hill. All I smell is sage coming from everybody. Backpacks, everything is full. And I say, did y'all do what I said? Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? Did you give offerings to the great mother? Some did, some didn't. I said, let's go back up the path. Brother Rich, do you know all of the sage that was growing on this one path was gone? It was stuffed in people's backpacks. People was talking about, man, we could sell this. You know how much you get for sage? We could make sage bundles by the fireplace and sell and sell. Commerce. Just rape the planet. Because of the ego. I'm a salesperson. I'm a this. I'm spiritual. I'm that. No, we're moving towards what we're becoming. See, they used to say, but be, do, have. I'm flipping it. Have, be, and do. First, you got to have something to sit on. If it's only one thing, which it may be a prayer, a meditation, you got to have something. You got to have $5, $10. If you want to make $1 million, we can show you how to turn that into a lot. But first, you got to say, I have. I have this moment. I have my breath. I have this water I'm about to drink. I do have it. Stop talking about what we don't have and what we don't do. You know, a lot of us, even, you know, a lot of us, what we call conscious teachers, we keep talking about what the people don't have and what they ain't doing. Black people don't this, white people don't that. And black, see, they're lying. This is desecrating your own vibratory rate because it's not the truth.